Look, I know everyone despises ads and promotions. I do as well, and I don't want to interrupt the entire episode, so I just want to put this at the front and ask for a minute of your time. That's all. Just a minute, I promise. Through the Hoobie link down below, you should be able to find it. It's a weird name. You can find our link of links, and that gives you access to the Help Aimless Stay Aimless Fund if you want to directly support the channel. There's our Patreon, the AIM Project, where you have access to everything ad-free, and if you want to pay the $5 a month and help support the channel that way, you'll get access to aimless music, aimless shows, and aimless movies. You can also find our YouTube page, Aimless96024, TikTok, Instagram, X, and Buzzsprout for the audio files. There's also Spotify that has video files attached to them. Then there's Apple Music and Apple Podcasts. Unfortunately, no video there. But that's it. That's all I want to tell you. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay aimless. See you soon. Oh, this is going to be a big one. For those that have not went and checked out our Big 5 episodes that came out last year, technically, we have one and only one because it's a very special episode. I've had this thing for a year. 1 year. Oh, if I can get it up. This is what we're going to do. We're going to build this today. And I'm going to not lose my mind. That's not right. I'm going to lose my mind. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I have no idea how we're going to do it. I read that this has like 39 bags. So, there's no way I'm getting this on camera on the desk. This is the front. I think I took a picture of it. And yeah, picture editor is probably putting that on screen right now. Then there's one side that has not much. There's the people, fun. The side, this thing is so insanely massive. Then we got the back, and the back has some details of things that we're gonna look at anyway. To open this, let me get something right quick. I think a big box requires a big knife. Don't do this at home, kids. I technically shouldn't be doing this. Ooh. We're going to put the sword away for now. And on the top, there is a logo with figures and people, and yeah, that's real cool. Oh, okay, there's a box. We're gonna get the box. Oh god. That's a box with a lot of bags. We're gonna put that there. And that's also a lot of bags. We'll be right back, and I'm going to dump this all out in front of the camera so you can see how absurdly much is in this box. 1 second. Now, we're going to dump not even all the contents. I don't know what's in that box, but that's the first half. Is that half? Oh, God. Oh, I see bag 1. That'll be something. We're gonna clear off the first section, and then we'll come back and see what's in the big box. I'm so excited. Okay, that might have been my bad. I might have gotten too excited. However, I do think, for even my audio listeners, I forgot to mention, this is the Avengers Tower, of course. This is set number 76269. It is an 18 plus set, of course, and it has 5,201 pieces. A little bit of a step up from the Supra that had 400 pieces. If you haven't checked out that video, go watch it now. Now, let's get to the other box. This box does give me another excuse to use the fun sword if I don't chop any body limbs off. See, it's fine. Swords should be legal. Legalized swords. How'd I get it then? I don't know. Whoops. Box open. Oh God. That's manuals. Love in a box. Good God, this is gonna be a long one. And then we got base plate. Yay. Yay, base plate. Where's the stickers? Box number 2. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be so... Oh, the stickers are probably in with the manual. Hey, more base plates. And more base plates. And so many more bags. So many bags. All right, I'm going to move this all to the side. I'll show you all what this looks like together, and then we're going to start building. Yay! This is going to be so much. I know I've said that, but this is very intimidating compared to the last one. All right, let's get to it. Now, before we start, that's what that looks like. Is that not absolutely stupid? I get it. It's a big set, I'm sure. I've just never experienced... I've built the Daily Bugle, but I've never experienced 39 bags. I can't remember what Daily Bugle was, but it was not that. So this is going to be so much. I can't stop saying that. I am very excited to build this. That's just insane. It is insane. So we're going to move the garbage right quick. That you're going to get a little bit of a video for. And yeah, let's dispose of the garbage and we'll start the build. In honor of Dexter, if you haven't seen the show, you should go watch it. We're going to dispose of this the proper way. That seems like it would have done the trick. I don't want garbage lying around properly. Just for good measure. Oh man, I didn't get this on camera. It's not a real gun. It is an airsoft gun, okay? I'm so sorry to the audio listeners. Anyway, now let's go back. Let's get back to the episode and build this thing. And last thing, I promise. Just to explain how we're going to do this, we're going to do a few bags, build them. They'll be time-lapsed. And after I'm done the few bags, we'll stop and I'll add some notes, complain a little, or talk about some things that I experienced during the build. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. It's the only way I can figure out how to maintain and control the amount of footage that I'm going to get from this. So we're going to do our best. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in a little bit after we build a little bit. All right, before we continue, that is this guy all done. Sorry, the GoPro is not wanting to connect to this at the moment, so it's fine. These horn things, they were not fun. The curved pieces were also not fun, just because they have their sibling that ends up being really annoying, and you end up picking up the wrong one every single time. But yeah, that's him. He's all done. We have Thor and a Centauri as well. Thor with the big long throwing hammer thing, and he also very much does not like to stand. So we got him. We got the Centauri. Uh, quick notes: I'm moving the Hot Wheels display from the background just because I need more space doing this. Uh, yeah, we're about to start bag 3, and that'll go through till bag 11, and that should be the first floor. And then we'll talk again, see what's annoying, what's not, and yeah, we got the big fella done. Let's get to the what did you what? Something's beeping at me. That's fine. We're gonna get to the bag. We're gonna get to bag 3. We're gonna continue, and I'm going to try not to fall asleep while you watch the next few minutes of speed build. It's going to take me much longer. I'll see you soon. All right, we're going to take a quick break and go over bags 3 through 11. And that I got ahead of myself a little bit. I was supposed to stop after the first level and do what we're about to do now and just talk about it for a second. And did the second level. Now it doesn't fit on frame. It's fine. We got 9 minifigures. We got Iron Man Mark 7. We got Tony Stark as a shield agent. 2 shield agents other than the Tony Stark. We got Pierce Alexander. 2 Captain Americas. 1 from Avengers 1 and 1 from Avengers Endgame. Dr. Cho. And 2 Ant-Mans. I don't think I'm missing anybody. No, I don't think so. Also, pro con list, there's a lot of windows. There is, I think someone said that there's 10% windows in this set. It's a con, but for me, at the same time, I don't mind it all too much. There's many other pieces that would be much more painful to have in large quantity. Another pro, detail on this thing is very well done. There's a lot fit in to each level. And I know that it's the inside's one thing, the outside's another once it's all done. We'll get to see that and not soon. Where'd my list go? Whoops. List. Stickers, not so bad. I dropped that one. It's too late at night for this. The stickers are not so bad. We have squares and rectangles and large triangles, and those are much better than anything about Yay Bake. Stickers, not so bad. There is a lot of them, but it's a big set. What do you expect at this point? Base plate. The base plate is annoying. That is a con. I do not like doing modular building base plates. There's so many little pieces. They're all the same color, and it's very particular. It's fine. It's done. Last con, terrified. I am terrified for how large this is going to be. There's no way around it. It's not going to fit on frame. I have some things coming that might help fix taking some extra pictures and videos of this at the end, but you'll see. We're going to get to bags 12 through 17. Yes, 12 through 17. We are on the second book. We're on book 2. Yay. There's 3 books. And yeah, we're going to get to that. And I will see you soon for you, not so soon for me. And we're back for another quick second. We just finished bags 12 through 17, which gave us the third level of the tower, which I can no longer fit on screen, so we're not even going to attempt that. We also got the Avengers jet, we got Hulk, another Shatari, Nick Fury, and Iron Man Mark 7, I believe. The Tower 3 is Iron Man's armory, in a sense. We also got Dummy, which, if we're counting as a character, we did get him. And that's really it. Unfortunately, no, I'm not going to be able to put this thing on screen. I was thinking that if each level was on its own, that I could just show the level off here, but no, you have to attach it straight onto the tower because there's other pieces that go on the sides that combine the whole thing and add to structural integrity and so on. So the next section, bags 18 through 27, will give us the fourth and fifth sections, I believe. I could be wrong. It could just be the fourth section, but I'm pretty sure it's 4 and 5, which are going to be combined and then put right onto the tower itself. And then there's a 6 and 7 section. So this thing's going to be, it's going to be tall. It's going to be really tall. I think I have a way to do the review at the end and get the whole thing on screen, but we're going to be doing that in a different section. That is just to give you guys a heads up for that. If this all looks very different, that's why. But yeah, we're going to go and get to bags 18 through 27. It'll be another time lapse bit. I'm not sure how long, 2-3 minutes. Sorry to the audio listeners. I know the time lapses aren't as fun. Hopefully you're listening on Spotify and can watch the video and see what's happening with the time lapse. Otherwise, you're just listening to probably clown music in the background or whatever the editor chooses to use during the time lapse. So yeah, we're going to get to that, and I will see you on the other side of bag 27. See you soon. And before we continue with the build, once again, we'll take a quick pause and we're going to have a look at the minifigures that we got so far, talk a little bit about the build that we just did. That was bags 18 through 27 once again. Again, for you, that was probably a couple minutes, a few minutes. For me, that was a lot longer. And once again, I'm sorry to the audio listeners. I know the time lapse parts will be painful. Again, on Spotify, you will have access to the full time lapse and on YouTube as well. Where am I? Why am I? Hello. um, it's been a couple weeks. I've been working on those builds, and it was over the holidays, so it was quite busy. And this episode now, as of recording this, comes out in 10 days. So cutting it a little close. Um, it'll be done. It'll be fine. There's 10 bags left, and we have a review to do. Oh, we have the review to do. Then we're going to place it on the shelf, and then outro, call it a day for January, and then we'll go to February. Anyway, that's off topic. We got seven figures in the last 10 bags, and that included good old, well, again, of course, don't worry, we're going to take a better up close personal look at all the figures during the review. This is just to show you there was Black Widow, there was Wong, we got Scarlet Witch. I'm pretty sure this is an exclusive Ultron from Age of Ultron. And we also got War Machine, Pepper Potts, and Hawkeye. I will have to double check which ones are the exclusive figures for the set and which ones are reprints. I'm pretty sure there's a good amount of exclusives, so I feel that'll be important to note. Again, can't get that thing on camera quite yet. I will be for the review, but not right here. That'll be in a different spot. We did the fourth floor, which was the last painful floor to do with all the windows. There was a lot of windows on the fifth floor, which we also did in that section, but it was very different. It's the landing with and for the Avengers jet, the mini Avengers jet that is awfully complicated for it being so small. Anyway, the first mini floor below the landing has Loki's what do we call it? Loki's prison from Avengers 1. And the top floor just has a lounge area and the landing platform as well, and some other details. I'm pretty sure we have the 6th and 7th floor to do. The thing is already, and I measured it, 25 inches tall. I measured the Daily Bugle, so again, that's just over 2 feet. I measured the Daily Bugle, which is 22 inches tall at the 4th level, and if you count the antenna at the top, it's 32 inches. So this thing has 2 more floors and an antenna and all the details to beef it up around the exterior of the set. This thing is going to be massive. I hope I measured the shelf correctly. I plan to put the Avengers Tower in here eventually, so I measured the height, and by Google, should fit. If it doesn't, that thing's not coming apart. I will have to get its own shelf, but I'm hoping it fits. Yeah. So it's sitting there at the moment, with the exterior, like that past section. I think maybe the section before, we'll build the 6th and 7th floor, even though they're really skinny. If you look at the picture of the Avengers Tower, you know what I'm talking about. The very small floors. So we have 6 and 7, and then we have all the exterior parts. So I will be building those on camera during the time lapse, and then adding them to the building, maybe semi on time lapse, but mostly off camera. I'll get as much as I can, but this area is very small, so I'm already having a hard time maneuvering it. Never mind capturing it all on camera. But I do have a better setup for the review. And yeah, that's basically it. That part was much more entertaining to do than the previous. I would say the second and third floor were painful because the first floor was so large, had so many windows. You're kind of sick of windows a little bit by the second floor. Definitely by the second floor, and very much by the third. The fourth is so tiny and has the different blue translucent pieces. So that makes it a little more entertaining than the fifth floor was fine. That's enough for me. That's enough rambling. This video is going to be long enough. That's okay. The other videos were also long, and this is a big set. So yeah, fourth, fifth floor done. We have bags 28 through 39. Oh yeah, okay, nice. Bags 28 through 39 left. That would be 12 bags actually. Ooh. Most of them seem a lot smaller and probably add the accentuated pieces to the exterior. And I'm not expecting it to be as not painful, but time consuming as the previous steps. So this part should be fun. I hope. I'll check back in with you guys before we get to the review. Actually, no, because I can explain during the review anyway. So, yeah, the next time we see each other, for me, it will be a while. For you, it'll be a few minutes. And we'll have a in-depth review. Hopefully that's not too long. I'm excited I'm excited to use the new setup for the review. We'll be using that here on for all Lego reviews. Hot Wheels will be here. Lego will be there. And yeah, I think that's the main points I wanted to share before we get into the last 12 bags. It's been a fun process, and I will see you very soon. Not for me. Yeah. Aimless out. See you soon.
that is the complete build, fully done, 39 bags later. Ooh, it is officially the largest set I've ever built, and by a long shot. I think the Daily Bugle was the only other one that came close, and it really doesn't come all that close. I think that had 3,000 some pieces. This is 5,200, I believe, right? It's been a while since I've looked at that box. Anyway, it is done. Before we take a look at the building itself and go through each floor, and I'm going to try and do it as time efficiently as I can, as I will with the figures. We have 31 total figures if you include dummy, 19 of which, including dummy, is exclusive. So we're going to try our best, and we're going to try and keep it as short and sweet as I can. There should be pictures and spin videos that pop up as we go through these, so you can have a better look other than what the camera is capturing. First off, which is our first exclusive, is Thor, and I hope this shows up all right. The only exclusive part of him is his hair, from what I believe. I think this part's exclusive as well, but you could make that if you wanted to. He's done very well. I don't know if I like the original hair more or if I like this hair more. Okay. In the back, there's not much printing for an exclusive. If they were gonna do an exclusive Thor, I think maybe changing the hair is a little minimal. They could have done a little bit more. He has black legs, plain arms, and yeah, it's just his hair. They could have taken the opportunity to make him a little more something, but and that's the case with a few of the exclusives in here. Some of them they did a phenomenal job. It looks good on the box, it looks good on review, but when you get them in person, it's a big difference. So yeah, he comes with this nice long clear piece that makes it look like he's throwing the hammer. It makes him very difficult to stand. That's the one thing. I'm definitely going to have to find a place to attach him to the set so he's not on a base plate. But yeah, some printing on the back, some on the front, new hair. He does have another side of his face too, I believe. Yes. But again, nothing special, nothing new. He is exclusive because of the hairpiece. That is it. Okay. Can you stand? All right. That also, and again, these are the first two figures and, I don't remember what it's called, but this guy from the first few bags of the entire set, which also gave us one of 4. Is it 4 Shatari? I believe it's 4. I could be wrong. Where's the 4? Oh, there he is. Yeah, 4 Shatari. Again, nothing all too fancy or special with him. And this will be the only one I go over just because they are all the same. Plain legs, plain torso. He is not exclusive. There's nothing all too new or fancy with him. The back of the head. And 2 of them came with these built, I don't know what to call them, alien weapons. Come on. It is nice that they included 4. Obviously, you want them. It'd be weird not to have them in the set. It's just that there's not much to say about them. And then it brings us to this guy, which I previously said has a stupid amount of spikes and horns and these things, which is fine. It's not a big problem. It's just positioning them all ends up being a little bit tedious. So it takes, if it was the same amount of pieces on something that was more brick built, it wouldn't be as much of a struggle. Also, yes, I do have a lens on it, so anything in the back is going to be very blurry, unfortunately. But I'm going to try. I'm hoping these show up all right on the post-production. He has a movable mouth. Okay, and he's just going to come straight off. That's fine. The wings on the side are fully adjustable. Every Thor... I don't even know what to call these. Ribs? His ribs. Everything's adjustable. He's fully adjustable. You can make him look real odd. If you actually, I think that this position, I think they were he was gonna eat somebody with his ribs. It was, I could be wrong. I don't know. The tail, each part is very similar. It was very repetitive, but he turned out very, very. I like how they designed it. I don't think there was all too much they could have done to avoid it being as tedious. It looks great. Obviously, it looks how it's supposed to from the film. I almost want to say they could have included a second one, maybe of a different size, but they did kind of do that in a separate set, and I don't blame them for doing that because I don't know if I would have wanted to build two of these in one sitting. Oh, come on. See, everything about him is tedious. It is fine, but it is annoying. Get on. Yes, and the stand, obviously, that was very nice for them to include. That moves us on to the second group of figures that we got, and we'll do that in just 1 second. The second section of the building process, I mean, the next 10 bags, I believe, after those first 2 or 3, we got these 8, and the exclusives in the set really are insane. Oh, I missed a figure. Technically, it's 32. 32 total minifigures. He's not exclusive, but it's Ant-Man. Whoops. Forgot about that. Okay. 32 minifigures. The first in this section was Iron Man Mark 7. And they did do it pretty well. We've had this face before. No, this is not an exclusive. He has been in another set. The printing on Iron Man, I mean, it would have been nice to make. We did get an exclusive Iron Man, but it's the same issue with that one where there's no printing on the arms. There's no printing on the sides of the legs. They could have included different kind of helmet. It's fine. It's an Iron Man. We did get 4. There's 2 Tony Starks and 2 Iron Mans in this set, which is insane. Plus War Machine, so technically 3 if you wanted to include that. We've seen this face print before. I don't know. It's Iron Man. We've got him numerous times. Yes, he does also come with the other hairpiece. And oh my god, did that just fly off? Where'd that just go? Oh. Okay. Come on. Get back on there. Yes. It also comes with the hairpiece for this, if you so please to have him without his helmet, which would be odd. I find most of us will probably... Oh my god, and there goes the other one. Most of us are probably going to leave his helmet on for display purposes. That is okay. Following Iron Man, we have technically three shield agents. One was a female shield agent. All 3 of these are exclusives. There's also not much to say. The front torso is of a shield agent. The back torso says shield. Handcuffs, and I like to call these Jurassic Park guns, but are tranquilizer. She does have a another alternative face print. Good lord. She comes with a helmet. All of them come with helmets. Oh, whoops. Actually, I think the hairpiece is meant for him. You get a Tony hairpiece for one of the 3 Iron Mans that have... that makes sense to take it off. Anyway, second shield agent was the male. And same thing, same torso. Says shield on the back. No leg printing, no arm printing. 2 face prints? No, just the one. Just the one for him. That also... Yeah, that's about it. About him. This one's more interesting. This is Tony, disguised as a shield agent. I think this one might be the one that was meant to have the hairpiece. I could be wrong. Also, says shield on the back. We have the alternate same head print, face print, alternative face print, whatever you would like to call it. I think, is there something in here? I could be wrong. I thought there was. Nope, nothing in the briefcase. It is what he had the Tesseract in, but I think that is in the build itself. Let's put your mask helmet back on. We did also get, actually, I think we got like 3 of these. I don't know why. It's nice to have them. I don't know if he's too small to capture, but it's the same mini Ant-Man we've gotten before. It might have been nice to have a full-sized Ant-Man. I think they kind of cheaped out on that one a little bit. Could have got the small Ant-Man and a regular Ant-Man, maybe an exclusive. It's fine. It's not the most worrisome thing in the world. We also got, so yes, not exclusive, 3 exclusives, and then Alexander Pierce, which is also an exclusive. It's just nice to have him. I don't think this is a character that you really want to worry about how much detail he does or does not have. It's just nice to get him. Just a suit type, what he was wearing. The face print, the hairpiece. It is just nice to have him. There's not anything special going on about him. He's just exclusive. We got 2 Captain Americas, one of them from Endgame. I believe that they're both identical, and no, they're not exclusive. The shield, it would have been nice, again, arm printing, leg printing, anything. I mean, it's not exclusive. It would have been nice, though. Even like a new helmet, maybe. Is that a weird thing to ask for? The second one is basically the same except for the helmet and the headpiece, which does have 2 faces. And lastly, for this section, we have Dr. Helen Cho, or Dr. Cho. She is also exclusive, and again, not much going on, but oh well, she has back printing. Actually, that's semi-impressive compared to some of the other ones here. She does have an alternative face as well, more concerned, upset, not having a good time face piece. And yeah, they did her well, as well as they did Alexander Pierce, but again, not too much special to say. So that now leaves us, that's the first 10 minifigures of the set. 11, I guess, with Ant-Man. And we have some more to look at. By some more, I mean quite a few more. Actually, the next section really doesn't have all that much. We ended up building the mini Avengers jet that came with the set, and it really is mini. It's done very well. There's not too much to say about these. I don't think, is there a compartment on this? Yes, there is. There is a compartment with, I'm pretty sure it's just extra studs. Is there a stud shooter on this? Yes, just for these 2 slots here. So you get some extra studs, and that is the only extra storage we get. It has some, oh yes, there is a good few stickers on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 stickers in there, I believe. Are those stickers? Yep, 7, 8. Any underneath? No. I believe there's also some alternative pieces that you can swap on here. I just don't remember where I put them. And it was a couple weeks ago that I would have built this. It's just nice to have. It's nice when it goes on the display. That's the most important part. At the same time that you get Nick Fury, who's not exclusive. Not an exclusive. I do think this is probably one of the nicer Nick Furies. This is a good example where you don't need arm printing. He's wearing a black, what do you call these? Trench coat. He's wearing a black trench coat. That's an appropriate time to not have arm printing. Also, then yes, it would have been an exclusive, so there's no point. It's just a good Nick Fury and a good representation of him. Other than that, there's not too much to say. Uh, yeah, we'll move on to the next seven. Seven in the next section. Now, at this point throughout the set, I think this is when we were approaching the top levels of the tower, and it is when we started getting the more interesting minifigures, starting with Black Widow, and I believe another one where it could just be the hairpiece that's different, but I don't think so. This is one that they chose to add very nice arm printing with the shield logos on both arm. So when Lego goes and does this, they have to. It would be more cost efficient for them to just do one arm because the other arm has to be it's asymmetrical, like the same, but it's the opposite. So they would have to have another complete production line for the other arm, where they could have just used a black arm and saved money. So it was very nice of them to include I just don't know why they would choose Black Widow. Why not Thor? I feel like Thor has a bigger impact in the universe. It doesn't matter. I'm happy that they have these on some of them. It's just where it's such a big set and there's so many minifigures and they're probably only going to do it the one time. Why not go full out with the exclusivity part on some of these? Especially like Thor, where he is already exclusive because of the hair. Why not add the detail? It doesn't matter. They didn't do it. There's nothing we can do to change it, but that's just how it is. We have good printing on the back, very good printing on the front. Like they did Black Widow very well in the set, and I guess she does. Patent. Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched Endgame and you're watching this, I don't know why, but yes, because she no longer is alive in the movie, maybe that's what influenced them to make a special version of her. But yes, she is exclusive and a very nice addition. Then we have non-exclusive Wong. It was nice they added the hot dog. That is funny. Nothing special to say. Weird we don't get Doctor Strange, but I guess I can't remember. Is there no scenes where Doctor Strange is around or near the Avengers Tower? If that's true, that's really weird, and it must be true. Right, because Wong was there. No, but that wasn't Doctor Strange. I'm so confused. I don't know why Wong's here, but he's here. I can't remember exactly. It's just a good Wong. He has one face printing, obviously. He doesn't have hair or a helmet to hide it. He has two circles, portal. I don't know the terms. M&R is very good at doing this. The back torso is very nice. It's Wong. It was very nice to also include him, although I can't remember quite why he is included. Following that, we have a nice Scarlet Witch. I thought she would have been exclusive, but she's not. That must mean that this isn't exclusive either. It's a very good Wanda. The front torso is done very well, and the back torso just the same. We get her alternative face printing where she just is not happy, and then the one where she's really not happy, which is fair. I don't think there's too many scenes where she's happy in the movies or shows. So yes, very nice for her to be included, and she comes with one of the clear bricks at the bottom to make it seem she is floating. Very nice. Now, this is a big one. Why there's no arm printing on this one drives me insane. That is the only thing, because the detail on this is incredible. And it's the only way you can get Ultron Mark 1. But the printing on the front and the legs and even the toes. Did I miss any that have toe printing? I guess Iron Man has toe printing, which is good and nice. But yes, toe printing on the bottom, leg printing, torso, the back of the torso, just the same. That's insane. And the back of the head. He's very well done. This is definitely one of my personal favorites from this set, and one of my personal favorite exclusives. It's done very. Why there's no arm printing? This could have been insane. This could have been one of my favorite figures ever, but it's missing the arm printing. Still, very happy he's here. Next, we have War Machine. No, he's not exclusive. He has one face print, no other face. Only one face. It's fine. You're going to have the helmet on again all the time anyway, I'm assuming. This is one that's done very well, though. Like, I know he's been in a bunch of sets. I'll take off the back pieces during the spin videos, but it's just done very well. It's obviously we need War Machine added in here as well, and he's here. The little turret on the back, that's been done a few times. People diss on these helmets, but I don't know. People like the original helmets, but the original helmets were a little too large. I get these might look a little funny and off, but I don't know. They don't bother me at all. I mean, I feel like they could be done a little bit differently somehow, maybe, but it's Lego. There's only so much they can do, so it's okay. Following War Machine, which is another surprising exclusive, but a very good one at that, is Hawkeye. And the torso printing also on this one is very well done. I'm very happy with how they did Hawkeye. The back, will show that on the spin videos or just a separate picture. I'm not sure how that will work. We have face 1, no other face alternative. That's fine. I think the hair piece was a good choice. It's just the detailing on the front was. See, this is fine. Even the red hand. He has the red hand as one of his hands. Oh man, to talk about 40 minifigures for the first time is difficult. That's Hawkeye though, exclusive, very well done. And then we also have Pepper Potts, which a nice add-on as well. Unfortunately, that's a sticker piece. It's fine. I don't know if she's another one where she's only exclusive because of her hairpiece. I could be wrong. She does have an alternative face where she's really not happy and one where she's just not happy. And she has the black suit. It's just a nice add-on. Not too much to say, but that selection compared to the first few selections, I feel improved greatly. But the next section is where it really started to get fun. The second to last section of the set, building the exterior details and some of the things that enclose the entire tower, you get these 6. And this, I was very happy to. I think the biggest figure, that maybe the 2 biggest, maybe Falcon. I don't know. I was very torn before building the set which figures I was most excited for. But Vision, Wasp, Falcon, Iron Man Mark 6, Hulk, even like Alexander Pierce. Who else? The Black Widow, knowing how much detail is on her. Ultron. Ultron was a big one. Were the ones I was very excited to finally get to see in person, in hand. And starting with Vision, and yes, of course, very exclusive. Very expensive, one of the more expensive ones to buy after the fact. I don't know if you can see in there, but it does have back printing. That cape, how they decide to do the cape with the translucent legs is perfectly done. Perfectly. The cape itself is a different texture. It's the same material that Wasp's cape is in. The face printing, the arms, legs, and cape all make this very, very special. Especially if you're a Vision fan, this is the one to get. The original Vision. Because I have the white Vision from the minifigure series, and I was just craving to have one that would have the same level of quality for the normal Vision. And now, well, this is the way to get them. If you want to spend $60 to $80 for him by himself, or I guess 40, 50, I'm not sure how much he's worth at the moment, but it's a good chunk. However, if you're willing to get the set itself, it's like he's almost like a tenth. He's worth a tenth of the entire set, which is insane, or roughly, maybe a little bit less. I'm not sure. It's still, he's a percentile of the value of the set is him. Following that, also Wasp, who has significant value with the wings as mentioned. And this is the only Wasp that you can get that looks finally like Wasp should look. The other one, I went and checked to see what other ones have come out, and it's really the only other one from Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's it. I really wish that they had done something for the arms and legs on the one good Wasp that we get a part of the Avengers Tower. But at the same time, I will definitely take those wings alone. The wings, those old wings are really not nice to look at. And these are done very well. Now they look like what they're supposed to look like. Again, not much to say, just torso. There is back printing, I believe, right? Yes, there is. And the helmet was done. I think it's the same helmet we got in the past, but it's just a good helmet. And her two faces. Following that, we had do we have more Tony Starks than I thought we did? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, never mind. I think I am right. 4 Tony Starks. This is the 4th one. And are you exclusive? Yes, he is exclusive. I forget what makes him exclusive. There's a little bit of back detail printing, a little bit on the t-shirt. Mainly, I'm pretty sure they threw this in. It must be the shirt. Same deal, same head piece that has the other, the Jarvis. What do we call that? The telegram? That's not right either. Oh my god, I'm butchering that. He has the t-shirt on. I forget exactly which movie he was wearing that t-shirt. But this character has a very cool placement on the set itself with the back. The Iron Man suit that he programmed to fly after him and attach to him midair is a very cool scene. It is a very nice add-on. We'll show you that when we get to the tower, though. Another exclusive is Falcon, and this one I also was very excited for. This is the only other Falcon that has the same level of detail, also as the Lego minifigures Marvel minifigure set that came out. There is a lot of stickers. Part of me wishes that these weren't stickers, but it's still fine because the wings are done much better than they've done them ever in the past, other than the Captain America version that came in the minifigures line. Especially the torso and the leg printing is just precise. So precise. I don't believe... No back, no alternative face printing. The back of his torso, I believe, has printing. I should check that. Oh. Can this get off? Why won't it come off? I don't know why that's not coming off, but I don't want to break it. Why aren't you coming off? I will show that in the other, in the spin videos and the front and back videos. I'm sure you might have already watched it. It might have already played, but yeah, very, very happy and excited that he was a part of this set. Obviously, you know he's going to be a part of the set, but a part of one of the extremely exclusive and well done minifigures. I'm very happy they chose to do that for him. one of the favorites. And then that brings us to, what is your name again? Dr. Eric Selvig. Right, from Thor and the issue, and Avengers too, right? Yes, because Loki tapped him on his solar plexus, and yeah, he was a great character throughout the movies, and I'm very surprised we haven't got him before, because he's been in a few things. He's one of the characters it's not anything special. It's just an exclusive face print and alternative face print. Which one's that? Confused, and this one is stunned. Stunned and then confused. The shirt is just a plain shirt. I think it's coming through as a very different color on screen at the moment. For me, it's more of like a periwinkle. I've only learned of that color recently and what that color actually looks like, but that's kind of the color. Actually, no. It might be more. It's hard to tell. Anyway, no leg printing, no arm printing, some back torso printing, and he comes with a laptop. Nice exclusive. But then the really, really nice exclusive that there's not too much special going on, but Kevin Feige was a really cool add-on. And I was really excited to get him. I think that was ingenious, and I'm sure that was one person's idea to add him in, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, right. We should do that. Why didn't we think of that?" Anyway, we get Kevin Feige. No, he doesn't have any alternative face printing. That's okay. He comes with, I'm guessing, an espresso or coffee and a taco. I'm not sure what the backstory is with that. He must like a certain kind of drink and tacos for some reason. Tacos are very good. I don't know why I'm saying. I just why he has a taco. Why Kevin Feige has a taco in the Lego set. I'm not sure. He does have an Avengers hat on. The shirt printing is very nice. It looks very good. You can tell it's Kevin Feige. That's all that matters, really. So yeah, that is those 6. We're gonna move these, and then we got 3 more minifigures, and then that's it. Now I know this is going to be about 20 minutes of reviewing minifigures. Bear with me. 1 second. Following those 6, we have 3 more minifigures that came at the very end with these little air speeder builds. And it gave us 2 more Chitauri and Loki, who's all 3 of these are not exclusive. And we've gone over the Chitauri, so there's not much to say there. I just wanted to show the speeder a little bit. I think they chose to go about doing these in a very... They're not anything special. They're small, they're sleek, and they look how they're supposed to. The handle part was a weird idea, but it makes sense, and it very much is how the steering handles worked on these. And then for this one, these attach. This is the same exact build as the other one, so I guess you could attach. Could you attach 3? No, you can't. No. It doesn't matter. These 2 are identical to each other. Loki's is a little bit more special. Kind of reminiscent of a carriage. The throne. I think I love this Loki. I don't think there's all too much they need to change. I will take him out though. Here. I'm just gonna put his arms down. The detail is just done as well as it needs to be. I know it's not exclusive, and maybe it would have been nice as your main villain of the Avengers movie to have made him exclusive, but he's not. But I didn't have a Loki before this. Maybe I'd feel different if this wasn't my first one. But this is the first version of this Loki, the more modern Loki that I've gotten, especially with the helmet and the horns, which is also done very well. He does have an alternative face printing, which is Prisoner Loki, right before we go into the Loki season. And he does come with another hairpiece, which would more accompany prisoner Loki than anything else. But yeah, that's really it. We have Loki, 2 Shitaris, and that concludes all 32 minifigures for the Lego Avengers Tower. We're going to now go and start, and hopefully not take too long, but probably to review the Avengers Tower. So we'll move over there, and I'll see you in another second. Now, I also cannot guarantee that this is going to go perfectly smooth, but actually, I'm going to use this. Come here. I'm going to use this as my pointer stick. Actually, I want to... That's not a bad idea. Give me that. Give me that. This is my pointer stick now. We have the front of the building. There's not all too much going on. We do have a battle of... let's give you guys your magnifier glass. Can that stick on, please? There. You guys get some background. I'm not cutting that. It's fine. We have the Battle of New York Memorial that has Steve Rogers, Tony Stark, Thor Odinson, Bruce Banner, Natasha Romanoff, and Clint Barton, the original 6, on here with an Avengers logo, and I'm not sure what that is. It's just a cool add-on. It's a nice detail. I think they did the front. Oh, see? Now that's got to go. I think they did the front of this building very well. It looks like it's supposed to look like. We have 2 closing, opening doors on the front main entrance, fire hydrant, a garbage can with, I'm not putting on the filter for this, but it's a what does it say? Gubble bubble gum. I forget what that might be from or why that's there. I can't remember everything that's been in all of the movies. 2 benches, and that's really it for the front. On the back, we also have some detailing, a new exhibit, Captain America advertisement, Avengers logo, and the exit. That is a sticker. There was a lot of stickers, but I think it was a reasonable amount of stickers. No one likes stickers at all. We'd all prefer them to be printed, but we're just, maybe one day they'll have sets and just have the printed things, but it is much more expensive for them to do that on a large scale. That is a sticker in there also. I'm not sure if that's the shawarma or not. If it is, that's kind of a nice it's a nice little detail to have in. There's a can that has Pimtech on it as well. I forget if that resembles anything specifically or if that's just also a nice little detail. And a stem. So we have the little dumpster in the back that wants to go back on. That just goes right there. We have a little brick of sorts. I'm not sure what that is at all, but a nice little add-on too was the this is from Nick Fury, and I'm pretty sure it's the Signal advertisement. Let's put this on for a second. Signal advertisement that was sent to Captain America during Infinity War, right before Nick Fury just went and gone. But yeah, that's really it. There's nothing else. This side of the building is the Avengers building. There's no secret detail or hidden detail. So, moving on to the interior, we have the main lobby. Main lobby has, back here is a little desk that has a keyboard and a hologram laptop computer. There is the Tesseract sitting right there. On the right side, on each floor they have the elevator, which it's not a functioning elevator, it's just an elevator decoration basically, but it's there, and it's of course in the same place going all the way up. And we have a Vita Rush drink dispenser. Then yes, we have 2 chairs. They're looking at nothing. I guess they're just there, I think, for just to wait. I thought there was going to be a big TV news thing that was on, but there's not. That's really it for the main lobby. There's not too much going on. There's more going on in the other levels, but still done very well, and obviously that would be what you would want to put on the main level of the Avengers Tower. And think of like Empire State Building and such. You're going to have a main lobby, and well, you're going to have elevators too. After the first floor, we have on the second floor, on the exterior, there's not too much to talk about. We have some places here where Loki and his carriage go, and the Chitauri, I guess. And nothing on the back. It just slowly is sloping up for design. We'll take a look at the full exterior once I add on all the minifigures again. On this floor, we have the area where Captain America fought himself, and some details of broken glass. A spot where you can put the Avengers version of Captain America lying down, where he thought the other version was Loki, and the fun comment that was made there. And then we also have 2 chairs. There's a lab in the back for where Dr. Chen. I don't know if I can get it so you can see back there. It's very difficult. Yeah, that's difficult to show you. I don't know if I lift it up a little bit that you can see. There's a screen. It is an entire table where you can lie a figure down. There's some Iron Man markings on the screen right there. There's a screen also right here that has details of something I don't know. What is that? Oh, it's the flying. It's Iron Man's flying suit. On the top, we also have. That's Captain America's shield right here. I need to angle that. Captain America's shield. Is that on? No. And I'm not quite sure. I forget what's going on with this big ice cube and Wong's circle back here, but there's I forget what those are, why those are there, and what that represents. But really, that's also it for that level. The first 2 levels felt like they were possibly the most lackluster of levels, but larger areas. Maybe it has the same amount of detail, but because they're larger areas, it feels less. Then I guess also to mention quickly is the glass bridge where Captain America and both Captain Americas originally start fighting. And on the level above that, we have Iron Man's armory of sorts. More light. We need more light. Nope, that's all the light we're getting. Yeah, there. Let's see if I can get in there better. In here, you have a hologram of his suits. I'm not sure if that's his current suit. Yeah, is that the damaged one? No, maybe not. There's another screen on the top right that has Loki. I'm guessing it's for the prison above this floor. There's another sign here that just looks like it has some oh Lord, words. No words today. There's another screen with Black Widow's face on it, and something else that is hard to make out. On the ground, there's a little Easter egg for Ultron. There's a Roxxon. I forget what that's from too. I'm guessing gasoline or something. Fire hydrant, a wrench, and a little workstation on the left, if you can see that. That just has a trophy, a mug, and one of the arc reactors, I believe, right there. And in the main center of everything, you have a spot where you can put one of many Tony Starks that come in the set. Above that, we have Loki's prison, where they kept Loki in the Avengers movie. On this bottom part, we have who is the Iron Man newspaper. That also, I'm not putting the lens on for it, but it is there. It's very cool. It was a nice add-on. And then we have Arlem. Is it Arlem or Arn? Zola. We have Zola in the back left as well. And the prison, of course, does open, so you can place Loki or anyone on the inside. And then on the top, if I don't break anything, which I almost did, we have the landing platform for the Avengers jet, which was very nice. Very happy they included that. You have the how they designed the Avengers symbol for the building on both sides was very fun and neat to build. How they decided to go about that it seemed quite intricate, and it looks very good. On the inside, I don't know if you can see in the back, there's just a lounge area with 2 chairs. I'm gonna try and see if I can get you guys to see up here. Oh, I might be, yeah. Up here, what do we have? In the back where the lounge is, you have Thor's hammer. You have a newspaper that says Battle of New York. In the very back, which is, I don't know if you can see, you just have a shelf, different drinks, and one's a blue drink, one's an orange drink, glass of milk. What is going on? Why is this falling? A glass of milk. There's a plant in the back left, which is also hard to see, and also the lamp right here. Moving up a little bit further, and actually I think I'm gonna have to hold the camera for this part. You have what is that exactly? I'm quite confused by this area, but I'm guessing it's an artifact of sorts. A box, and there's a comic in the back right that is the first Avengers comic that ever came out, that was I think my favorite Easter egg. You also have the spot where Loki, I don't know if you can hear me all that well at the moment actually. You have the spot where Loki got destroyed by Hulk. Oh, and that almost just fully came off. Lastly, at the very top, we have the Loki's scepter on a table. It has there's some camera pieces on there showing what's going on. There's a Jarvis info hologram as well. A hologram saying scanning. I forget. It's hard to see what it's scanning per se. And lastly, at the top, you have I don't remember what it's called, but the main thing they had to destroy to defeat Loki in the first Avengers movie, which is right there. And there's a spot for Eric something wig at the top, and the 2 antennas. I did forget to mention as well that this thing is I'm sure that looked great. Oh, and look at that. That's a good angle for that one. Or much better angle. Anyway, let's come back down. I'm going to move this camera onto something more, something a little easier to work with, and we'll have a look at the entire exterior, and then we'll place this in the shelf, and we'll have our outro, and that'll be it. This is going to be the rougher reviews that I've done. I know I'm taking a second to talk about that, but this will be one of the this is such a big set, and it's very hard to capture everything in its essence, but might as well start with the most difficult, and the rest will fall into place. So yeah, we'll move to a nicer viewing angle for the entire tower and finish up our review. This thing truly is very difficult to capture on camera. It is very, very, very large. There is a lot going on, and there are a few big pros and cons that I like about this. For one, I forgot to show that the mini Avengers jet can fit very well into the top dock area. And also, you can squeeze not well. I mean, he's already basically lying flat down, but you can fit Nick Fury in there with his accessories. I don't know if they did that on purpose. It's a tight squeeze, but you can do it just so you don't lose those pieces or misplace them. Um, the displaying options that you have with this thing is insane. It really, really is. I have it set up how they recommend you set it up, but there are ports and display capabilities that you just it feels endless what you can do. And there's Hawkeye, who's falling off of the tower. That was a big scene that they did. On the lower end, which I also wanted to show you, for one, it definitely is a very, it's very much an 18 plus set. To get your hands and fingers in here, like, this is the only way all of this opens up. There is no other way to play with it. It very much is for display. This thing that fits on is it does just set in there, but it's very particular how it sets in there. Come on. Did that go? Oh, it's fine on that side. Fine on this side. What is happening? I never know. It never feels like it's truly sitting in there properly, but it is there. I did add all of the figures back on. So you have Iron Man falling with his suit trying to catch him, as previously noted. Hulk climbing down the building. There's some things going on in the front. There's Iron Man Mark 7, War Machine. I mean, I kind of have my own tweaks and stuff done to it. Just that made sense. I wanted to add more figures on the inside than they had suggested. And it just, like, I can't get this full thing on camera. I wish I could, because it's insanely, it doesn't show properly on camera. It just doesn't. You can't get a full essence. You can't experience this thing properly without it. I don't know if I mentioned, but this is 36 inches long on the nose. It is 3 feet tall, which maybe doesn't sound like that much, but I guess it's the size of a small child, right? This thing is insane. And it's not that it's just tall, it has a lot of density to it. There's a lot of moving parts. It looks phenomenal. If you are a Marvel fan and you are a Lego fan, this is, you would presume, a necessity to have, especially if you have the Daily Bugle that came out. I forget when that came out, maybe 2020, 2021. But this thing is insane. I know it's an expensive set, but if, again, you're a Marvel fan and you're a Lego fan, this just is it. It's the biggest Marvel set ever made. What I was talking about with the display options, they have these Technic holes all alongside the rims of the building. There's another one up here. There's a bunch along this side as well. And you get to make it your own. You get to display it how you want to display it, based on maybe the movies, the scenes that are most important to you. It has a phenomenal amount of minifigures, 32, 19 exclusives. So even on that, if you're just a big minifigure person and you are semi okay with the building, it has to be one of the better Lego sets that have come out in the last few years. That's just iconic. They don't need to redo this ever. It's done perfectly. Unlike the Death Star, for example, that came out this year. continuously coming out with new variations of that. But this feels like a finale version of this tower. I would like to see them redo this, for example, for maybe I'd like to see Oscorp. I know that's a completely different style building, but in terms of, I'd rather see that than see them try and make this again for no reason at all. And it's just the details there, the sizes there, the overall what you get at the end of the day, to me, is very much worth it, if not more, compared to other Lego sets. And oh, there it is. Yes, Wasp also, side note, comes with a hairpiece, and I didn't know where that went. Well, we found it. But yeah, that's really all I have to to say. If you're a child, this is not for kids. It really isn't. I don't feel it's designed that way. It's designed to be a display piece. It's designed for for you to be a part of Marvel and experience the Avengers Tower in person in Lego. And if it's for you, I can't recommend it more. Um, yes, it was annoying to build with all the windows and such, but there's it's not that each floor is the same. It's not. It's just it's so large. You can't get around doing repetitive things, especially with buildings, and you just kind of have to accept those things, especially if you want the end result product. And oh my, is it special. So that's really all I have to say for the review. I think that is adequately enough. Definitely not as much as other people who review. I'm working on it. This is a very big practice project for me. So um, let's add it to the shelf and see what that looks like. I'm going to time lapse that bit because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of moving parts and it's going to be painful to put in. So another thing that'll be quick for you guys and it'll take me a hot minute. And then we'll just chat for a minute or two at the end of the video, and that'll be our Lego Avengers Tower 2026 review. No, the tower did not come out in 2026, but that is when this review is coming out. So thank you. We'll see you very shortly, just to say a couple words, and yeah, see you soon.
And that really is just about it. You would have just seen me add the tower into the shelf, and that was a little bit painful. It does fit, but it's so I didn't remember how close it would be to the other building, so it was knocking a lot of things off. I had to try and switch it around, and it's fine. It just took a little bit longer. This video wasn't perfect. It's my first real big attempt at doing a Lego review at a larger scale, and there are times where I don't know if I'm doing it as the best I can. There are other people that do this much more efficiently than I am, and I'm trying to have as much fun as I am to trying to keep it as a review for the viewers and those that are considering buying something like this. So there's a touch of both that I'm not good at balancing yet, and I just hope and just hope I want to experience and get to experience building these sets and building Lego and opening Hot Wheels and experience it with you guys. And I'm it's going to take time to get this down into a science of sorts, and I learned a lot making this video. It took hours. I would have built the set anyway, but because I've grown to feel guilty about spending time building Lego or Hot Wheels and the hobbies, that's why I've made this. This will tackle all of my hobbies, whether it does well or not, whether you guys find it entertaining or not. I want to share the experience with you. And while I know it's going to end up being much longer than I would have liked, it's that if you don't want to watch it all, skip through and enjoy the parts that you do enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it at all, well, I'm learning. I'm still trying to get a grip on all of this, and I'm sure this video could either be an hour long or 2 hours long. I'm not sure. I definitely have a talking problem, and longer, bigger projects like this really show how how much of a problem that is. Anyway, that's it. That's our one big January episode. I do hope to get in one Lego episode each month. Um, well, no promises. Some things to add. For one, the tower, it is built very well. And surprisingly, considering how large it is, very easy to maneuver around, and it feels fairly sturdy. Not saying that you shouldn't be careful, you should. It does feel sturdy and well built. I felt like there was something else for that, but maybe not. It's not a perfect setup, and I did, as you would have seen for the time lapse and the review, use the new section that I put together. There's a couple things I need for it to make it perfect. I have no idea how that audio quality will be. I have a fix in mind for that. To get the camera to be where I want it to be, and for it to be in focus and for it to capture everything, not block any lights. I hope the quality came through at least somewhat okay. If it didn't, I'm so sorry. And I really did try my best with what I have accessible and with some add-ons and stuff, which will be very useful down the road. It just needs to be tweaked a little bit. But yeah, I'm so happy to finally have it built and have it added into the shelf. I get to now just envy its marvelous size. I think I already used that one. It's a marvel to look at. Holy marvel. I don't know. Yeah. This has been a fun episode. I'm really happy I got to experience that with you guys. The next few sets will be nowhere near as large as this one. I was going to do this last, but might as well jump head first and do the worst one. I don't like saying that. Doing the most difficult one first will make the rest feel easier, I hope. And also make it feel like it doesn't take, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's it for now. If you haven't, go check out our Patreon. And I have decided that will be exclusive. The exclusive content on there will be the missing episodes of music reviews, reactions and reviews. It's more just reactions. Music, aimless shows, and aimless movies will all be on there. I'm not going to attempt to get copyrighted on YouTube or Spotify. It's not worth my time, unfortunately, and it's probably going to get copyrighted. Um, for the few that sneak out, like I'm going to leave ADHD 3 on YouTube. It didn't get fully copyrighted, just got partially. So the others, the rest that will come, Aimless Music, Aimless Movies, and Aimless either television or shows will be on Patreon only. And they will be uncut. They're just going to be the full reaction for those that want to react to something with me or experience something with me. That is where to go. Other than that, you can go check out our YouTube channel, our Spotify channel if you want the. Well, Spotify does have the videos. For the videos that do go there, it will have the videos accessible to you. Apple Podcasts, that won't be the case. Sorry, I am also so sick for the past 2 weeks, and it's been, it's like brain fog, really bad brain fog from the sickness. But what else? YouTube, Spotify, Patreon. We have TikTok, Instagram, and X. All are under aimless96024 or aimless_96024. Then YouTube is the same, aimless96024. On Patreon, it's AIM Project. On Spotify, it's Aimless Dreamers Having Discussions. The links will be down below under one link. Actually, I think it's separated now, but I don't know if I'll add Patreon. The biggest link that you could get is our Hoobie link. Go find our Hoobie link down below. That will have and give you access to all of our platforms everywhere. The Aimless help Aimless stay aimless fund. That's a big one if you just want to support and you don't want anything in return for some reason. Otherwise, I would go to Patreon. It's available in there for you as well. Next month, I'm not sure quite what's going to be going on. For Patreon, I'm going to do my best to have a Patreon exclusive Aimless music, Aimless shows, Aimless shows, Aimless movies, and Aimless music. One of the three will be coming out. If not this month, then two of them will be coming out next month in February. And from then on, at least one exclusive Aimless music, Aimless movies, or Aimless shows episode will come out on Patreon. And yeah, it's Patreon only. Unless I do a show and I'm just, might as well put out 6 out. Like, if there's 6 episodes in a show, I'll put them all out. There'll be longer videos, of course, if it's a movie and 2.5 hours long. The video is going to be long, but I've always wanted to do it, and that's the only way I get to do it is through Patreon to avoid copyright issues. But besides that, that's it. That is Aimless Dreamers Having Discussions. Technically 7, and I am so tired and sick, and I need a little bit of a rest until February 9th when ADHD 8 comes out. Until then, as always, aim, dream, have hope, and drive to justify love and passion always. I will see you in the next one. It's been Aimless Dreamers. Peace out.